dude, you gotta make this. You gotta make this a video. You
I
gotta
have to.
finish it
I just have
this
to. I have
time.
to.
You gotta finish it and upload it.
I do have to. Into the Abyss is a big piece of shit, and I don't know if the devs are aware. If they are, then they are deliberately ignoring all criticisms about their game, and if they aren't, they probably live inside of an echo chamber. I can tell you just exactly whatever is wrong with this quote-unquote game, as well as a little kerfuffle I got in with one of the developers of this game. But we'll get to that much later in the video. Anyway, about why this game is such a big piece of shit. In this game, you dive into the abyss. To briefly describe this, think of Pizza Tower, Repo, and Lethal Company all combined into one package. The map is so confusing, you might as well just call it a maze. The rooms look the same and it's always just super dark. Once you collect the artifact, you have to haul your ass back to the elevator, which means you have to navigate this dark maze again. I have died by getting lost more times than I would like to admit. There's an item called the spray can in the game, and the irony is that it fixes the horrible map layout, a fundamental flaw within the game, by allowing you to place down markers. Crafting is really annoying. I don't understand how you can go into the shop and buy a flashlight and also be able to craft it, but have it be infinitely more annoying than just buying it. Because you already don't always get the things you need. And I never really used crafting, like even the shotgun feels useless. It really does feel like they didn't think this through. I feel like the only thing good here is the radio. Now there's also parkour in the game. Yeah, which is not a very interesting mechanic. You added it just because you wanted to. Kinda makes sense for the game, but I feel like it's just not very elaborated upon. I tested this a bit more and found out that diving and sliding just uses up your stamina anyway, so I don't get it. This is the part where I get really angry about the monsters because I feel like Gasodev just does not know how to design monsters for this game. Bro, what? Okay, if it's not that way, then where is the way?
I have 0 stamina.
Same, I'm gonna die. I tried sliding, but for some reason they put a stamina limit on sliding, so I couldn't get away. I don't understand why they did this. Watch me get camped and me being able to do nothing about it. Bro, how do I get rid of it? I don't know if I can make it back in time, man. Like, this guy's actually camping me. And that slow motif you're hearing in the background is when you come across the clock face. I don't actually know his name, but if you come across him, you have to make it back to the elevator. And if you don't, you just die. They all feel like reskins, which is not a good thing. And they can feel unfair at times.
Yes.
Dude, I took 70 damage from the shotgun. The thing is, if they're fun to encounter, then I can forgive them being a little unfair. Do you think the monsters in this game are fun? The art style and art direction are bad, and if anyone tells you otherwise, then they are lying. Which sounds like some of your community members. The music. The fucking music is not bad, but it just doesn't fit this game. It is hard to fathom the reasoning behind putting these kind of tracks inside of the game, while your game looks like this. Look at my skin though. It's a cool. To me, it seems like they added it just because it's cool, rather than it being actually good for the game. And I think that's how they design most things in this game. Why would you fucking do that? The song I'm hearing right now, it's not bad. It just doesn't fit the game. Even more so now that the game looks like an Unreal Engine 5 project. And the songs feel safe and generic. Like there isn't a lot of intrigue within the songs. But you know what this game reminds me of? I think maybe Poisonous Chasm from Flood Escape 2 is a great example of how to do escape music. Or maybe just Flood Escape 2 in general. It's intense, gets your heart pumping, and sounds great. The strings and the piano mix very well together. It feels like you are running from something that is as fast, if not faster than you are. And it elevates the entire experience. I know that this map is pretty hard because it says so. I'm sorry, I'm not that good at Flood Escape. You can feel the panic within the strings and the piano as you run through the chasm. Into the Abyss has breakcore. It's just mediocre for the game, and if you accept that, you are part of the problem. I do think Gub's music has gotten better, but it still does not feel like it fits what is happening inside of the game. And in what scenario does it warrant this? And the slur for gay people. Nothing to warrant the song, by the way. There is nothing to warrant the song.
They just wanted to make a reference to a Vocaloid song.
Good fucking going, that's all. Apparently, the song you are hearing right now is a remix of a Vocaloid song, which I find so fucking weird. Like, it makes me uncomfortable. Especially they remix it to be about their game. The best way I can describe this uncanny feeling is that they want something that isn't theirs. I don't make of that what you will. And honestly, none of this fucking matters when your game's presentation is so fucking bad that I don't care. Like, what warrants a song as good as this to be remixed for the Butcher? He does nothing, he just walks up to you and kills you. If you replace the O with M, it becomes LMS. And that's like...
And that is good.
That's like Forsaken, you know? It's like the roblox game Forsaken, you know? You know that game? On the topic of characters, Bellament is a horrible character. He also has horrible dialogue.
That's a thing that exists? Oh my god, bro.
What exists?
The radio.
Did you know I was given training for what you do? You wish you went in the same thing. I don't care. I kinda wish I could just play Lethal Company. And no character. They theory bait you into thinking that he has some kind of character, but they can't even keep it consistent. I'm gonna assume that Bellament has worked down here for a long time. Then why is he so scared that when we first pick up the artifact, it starts collapsing on itself? Why is he afraid? You would assume that he expects this to happen and does have less of a reaction, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And why is he so worried about a bunch of random divers that he has never met before? That makes no sense. Is it just an excuse to use this portrait? Because I see these expressions a lot more than the other ones. It's like you have no respect for the character you've made. While I do, I care, but you don't give a shit. All that fan art for what? For a character that's as shallow as the game. Don't get me wrong, who wouldn't want a Spamson Catboy to accompany you throughout your entire adventure? Like, I'd want that, but he is such a boring character. I hate the way you handled him, and I hate the way you designed this game. I hate everything that you do for the game. I hate Gatso developer, except Gub. You two are terrible, terrible game developers. And I'll show you why. I'm not even gonna include any music in this section because I feel like this shows what kind of people they are and what kind of game developer they are. They don't listen to their community. They don't listen to anyone. They are so unaware of the problems in their game that is baffling to me. Gatso developer, you are so much worse than I imagined. I wanted to root for a game. What happened? You can't say criticism or feedback. What do you mean that the game itself is not any harder than it was before? It was hard because the AI was fucking broken. Then you fixed that, and now it's just unfair. That just shows how good of a designer you are. There's no experimentation in this fucking game. It's linear. It's so much more linear than you think. Go grab the artifact, make it back, maybe get killed by monsters that just chase you even when you're out of stamina. Or get camped by them while you're in the locker. And then call that shit game design. Kill my family, shoot me in the leg, and call it good game design. Fucking crazy how you can say why is everyone thinking the map generation sucks this update. It's always sucked. Maybe you just didn't see it. If you have a vision, then you're fucking blind. You know, the other video that you watched, that was not bad faith. This video is bad faith. Because I don't fucking believe in you anymore. And I hope that other people don't believe in you as well, because you are such a terrible game developer. You deflect and deflect. You try to justify through words, but not through action. Fix your fucking game, and I'll praise it. But you don't do that. Don't you think the Rico should make the game better? It's not a personal preference thing. You should make your game the best it can be. And if you can't do that, does that mean you're just not a good designer? Does that mean you have failed to design your game? The recode shouldn't be seen as a graduation. It should be seen as the better state of the game. Why do all of you try to justify your bad decisions through words? Justifications through words that you never consider fixing the actual problem. You guys are pussies. You guys are fucking cowards. Your game isn't just hard, it's unfair. Don't compare your game to a game like The Binding of Isaac. I have more hours on that. I have 700 hours on that game. So much more than your piece of shit game that I deliberately come back just to get footage, to talk shit, to point out you as a terrible fucking developer and maybe as a person. Don't fucking go there, right? Because you are not all that. Your game sucks and you should acknowledge it. It's definitely not your responsibility to handle me. It's your responsibility to make your game good, which is it is not. It is not. But you refuse to believe that. You refuse anything negative. What does that say about you? Do you think you're a good games designer? I hope you don't. Because if you do, we are fucking hopeless. I don't want you to be the developer of today. If you make my game today, if you make Nullscape today, if you make Block Tales today, I would be fucking depressed. You understand nothing about the games you play and can make nothing alike the games you play. And then you think to yourself, you are doing a good job. You are fucking hopeless. And I think you need to hear that more. I honestly believe you've trapped yourself inside of an echo chamber that you just cannot escape. Or you would rather be inside it rather than be a big fucking boy and address the problems. Your attitude around your game, around your own game, is despicable. You have no respect for it. You want people to praise you, but not work for it. You don't want to design your game well to achieve that praise. You just want it. Why are you so confused that other people do not like your game? I am fucking baffled. It's just sad. The way you treat some of your community members when they give feedback, you just try to justify it. It's fucking sad. I don't want you to be developing the games that I play. Like this game is such an anomaly. I had already suspected that the development team was somewhat of an of an oddball, but it gets so much worse. I'm just sad. I'm fucking horrified actually. But you know what? You do what you do. I don't even know if you're gonna listen. You probably won't. Why would I expect you to? People have said the things I've said before. You haven't listened. Yeah. Goodbye.